Hello, hello. Welcome to Amateur Decorating Like a Pro. I am Catherine. Okay, I wasn't planning on doing anything else associated with spring, but when you're touching stuff in the attic, you get an idea. We did the cabinet ledges earlier, and now we're going to work on that area in between the oven and the refrigerator. I can't stand it being so bare right there. You know, this is a table leaf, and I basically converted it into a riser, and it is perfect when it comes to entertaining and for staging. So guys, right here, this space is fairly small. Should be a coffee bar, but we've got plenty of counter space on the other side. I also had this rabbit in the attic. I purchased it from Ross a couple of years ago, and it was definitely headed out the door. So Easter's coming up. Let's go for it. You know, I have plenty of white dishes. So I'm filling in this space next to our rabbit with cups and saucers. Just a space filler. I realize this is not going to be very tall, but it is going to cover up some of the space on my riser. Now, I am not a big fan of those outlets right there. I wish they could have come up with another color that would have blended in with those tiles. But anyway, I don't complain much about them. I just work with what I have. So we are filling the space, and we're going to find something to cover up those outlets, at least, shall I say, camouflage them a little. Now, the next thing I'm doing is adding a riser. I have 3 of these, small, medium, and large. Would you believe I found those at Goodwill several years ago? Could not believe it. You know, they're white, they're pretty, and perfect. I just had to have them. So I'm going to space the larger one here on the right side. On the left here, I have a plate rack. I found this at, I believe it was Home Goods, and it was around $8 last summer. And guys, perfect. You know, these little plastic plates, they are from Hobby Lobby last spring, and I think they were around maybe $2 once I hit that clearance. And I'm carefully positioning those with the green at the very top. I'm thinking spring and vitality and rebirth and growth. You know how spring just has that whole vibe. So we're going to place those 6 plates here. Let me share my thought process here. I'm adding here some beaded salad plates. I got those from the Dollar Tree a couple of years ago, and there are 6 of them. I love those. They're very expensive looking, and you saw them in some very expensive stores for around $20 each. Can you believe it? Dollar Tree had those for $1. This is before they kicked with $1.25. Now, my strategy is to do a V formation with the blue. I love blue and white, decorating with it. You guys already know that. However, in our kitchen, cabinetry is dark, and also my floors. So if you have a home like mine and you have the dark cabinets and you're not looking to update, you can basically do a color impact, sprinkle it around like I do here. Now, often when we're doing vignettes, we say, okay, I got to keep adding more stuff because it doesn't look finished. When you balance out color, for instance, I'm playing with the letter V. This is just me and my little strategy here. On the left, I've got the plates. On the bottom, I've got the placemats. And on the right, I've got these blue glasses. So my eye doesn't go all crazy like it needs something, and I keep adding to it. I'm playing with textures, and I'm also playing with color. So when I stand back and I look at this whole thing, I've got blue on the left, blue on the right, and blue on the bottom. And my eye starts to relax, and I'm coming to the end of staging the vignette. The next thing I can do is add a complementary color. That's when you can go in with something completely different. Why not this orange big carrot? Yep, orange is a complement of blue. So why not? It was in the attic, and I had completely forgotten that this giant carrot was up there. But yeah, it started to disintegrate a little bit. So I did a little work. I popped out those broken pieces, got a zip tie from some of that greenery that I had left over. And yeah, every carrot has some stems coming out the top, a little greenery, and we'll just insert that into the top of our carrot. And it also camouflages the plate rack, where those dowels are sticking up. I don't want to, try to make this all perfect, but I couldn't stand to see those dowels sticking up. So I did make my little greenery a little bit large, at least large enough to cover it up. And voila, look at what we have here. Ladies and gentlemen, this vignette is considered done to me. I can still see 30% of that table leaf, or shall I say my riser, and it doesn't look cluttered. And I got a lot of stuff up here from salad plates, placemats, and because it's done in layers, it looks full. I'm very happy with how this turned out. Now I've got some other items here on the kitchen island. I've got some old silks. They are clippings, guys. And like I said, I didn't throw anything away. I'm done with that whole philosophy. I am also using canisters, guys. How many of you still have canisters in your kitchen? I know a lot of people got rid of them because they went with clean lines on countertops. Well, canisters are still trendy to those of us who love them. These unfortunately are very small, so I'm not a fan of them. But I decided to take the larger one and do a floral arrangement. There's no foam or anything in this canister. They're just packed in there. As you can see, they have been cut before, and I decided to just pull this color palette together. The yellow, the blues, and the greens in the canister. So you can see the lid to that larger canister right there. Now, skewers are great for adding different kinds of items to your florals, like faux fruit or even figurines. If you have the small ceramic figurines, they have a hole in the bottom, right? You can add those to your floral arrangements. I know a lot of people think these little figurines are old-fashioned, or even small, tight floral arrangements are old-fashioned. They're coming back. And in your fine homes, they're all over the place. And they're absolutely gorgeous. So to each his own. Now, I am not going to place the lid of the canister on a display. I'm just going to go ahead and put it in storage. But the other two, I'm going to go ahead and leave out. You never know. I might add cookies to it a little bit later. But I'm going to use them for now. So I'm using my Lazy Susan here. Love this. And I'm going to place these two smaller canisters here again for future use. Right in the center, but the whole arrangement to be in the center, the entire arrangement. Placing my canisters here. And what about that other little tiny bird? Well, let's include it in the display as well and place it on top of the Lazy Susan. This allows the color from the floral arrangement to travel down to a flat surface. Again, it's something small. I don't really like small decor anymore. I like more impactful, but we're in the attic now with a lot of stuff as to how I used to think. And now my style has changed and I go for more substantial and impactful pieces. But for now, we're using this for a pop of color. And look at how this vignette is playing off of the vignette on the cabinets. I absolutely love sunset in our kitchen. The way the light hits our cabinets. That's when they get really, really amber. Just really a fun time to be in the kitchen. And those colors with those yellow and the orange, I absolutely love it. And I'm cleaning the countertop here with Pledge. It is amazing on your granite countertops. Well, that's it for me, guys. I hope you liked today's video. I'm just having fun with existing items around the house. It's the philosophy of using what you have. Thanks a lot for watching, and as always, stay in prayer and stay creative.